What's good? It's your boy Twiz.
I don't care what anyone says. Vaporeon can get it. Yeah.
Vaporeon can get what, Brock?
Nothing.
This is going to look like a Palworld video. It's not. This is about the 15 years it took for Nintendo to actually lose a Pokemon fan, and how a game about slave labor gremlins ended up proving it. Because here's the thing about Pokemon. For a lot of us, this isn't just a game franchise, it's basically a childhood landmark.
And having grown up surrounded by Pokemon, Mario, Zelda, and Matt splitting my cheeks in half, I always have a deep foundation and love for these games that gave me all of the memories. And that same love also fuels my adult's brain to either be blinded by nostalgia or just completely confused when I see a corporation like Nintendo acting like a corporation.
That's not exaggeration for effect. That's what growing up with the series actually feels like for people of my age. Which is exactly why it stings so much when the newer games don't even look like they're trying.
Whenever I look at the beauty of Heart Gold and then see a screenshot of Pokemon Violet, a part of me dies inside.
And that's the tension. It's not that Pokemon bad. It's I love this enough that watching it coast actually hurts.
I love their games, but I hate their business decisions. Pretty much sums up most of the fans' sentiments with Nintendo, or any other gaming company for that matter.
And it hasn't just coasted. It's actively gotten worse in ways that are hard to defend. Scarlet and Violet, the mainline games, they launched in a way that speaks for itself.
And some small towns that all look the same. The only landmark I've seen in Scarlet and Violet is a windmill that runs at 2 frames per second. The starting area of Sword and Shield had more visual variety than anything I've seen in 20 hours playing Scarlet and Violet.
A landmark? That's just a glitch. That's not a hot take. That's just a screenshot. And it wasn't a one-off. People found actual game-breaking bugs within days.
Just how much more time this game needed in the oven. Muno here tweeted, apparently in the new Pokemon, if you plug in 2 controllers at once, you can run twice as fast. Like, you hold both joysticks and it just adds the speed. These devs had no time, LMAO, and here's what that looks like. You can see right here, 3.1 million views, over 162,000 likes.
Which is the kind of thing that happens when a game needed another year and got shipped anyway.
It always baffles me that Pokémon, a multi-billion-dollar company, can't make a full, polished game.
And the worst part is, the excuse doesn't even hold up, because
Scarlet and Violet are a disgrace. These games are an embarrassment. Game Freak and the Pokemon Company should be ashamed for releasing something this terrible so quickly after Arceus.
Right, this wasn't rushed because the team was starved for time between projects. This right here is the pace they chose.
Don't defend it, you deserve better. Wise words.
14,000 people upvoted that exact sentence. This is not a hate mob. That's just fans who finally said it out loud. And it's got bad enough that
Zerto released this article on November 22nd. Nintendo is actually issuing refunds for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. This is at least according to the account of the following Reddit user who posted this thread, whose headline reads, "Just got approved for an eShop refund for my Pokemon Scarlet pre-order."
Nintendo issuing refunds on a mainline Pokemon game. Let that sit for a second, because that basically never happens.
Thank you for being so strong and helpful, Mr. Mime.
Hey, why does it seem like the townsfolk don't like us, Brock?
Ash, don't you think it's kind of strange that your mom's Pokemon is like a person?
A person?
So if the yearly games are running out of gas, what would it look like if Nintendo actually tried? Because fans have been asking for over a decade.
I've wanted a Pokemon official MMO for the longest time. I know that we have Poke MMO, which is like a PC game, but that's not official, you know what I'm saying? People want an official one on their Switch and their Switch 2, and it looks like we may be getting our wish, according to the Terra League.
An actual Pokemon MMO, not a mobile spinoff, not a battle royale. We're talking the real thing.
A Pokémon game where you travel from one region to the next needs to happen.
And picture what it would even look like.
Being able to freely travel from Kanto to Sinnoh, for one, is just absolutely huge. Like, we've never had anything like that. Like I said, the closest we've ever had is Heart Gold and Soul Silver, where we could go from Johto to Kanto. But besides that, we've had nothing quite like that ever, so I think that's pretty exciting.
Every region, one connected world, actual other trainers walking around in it. That's not just a fantasy pitch. That's what an MMO already is in every other game.
But they scrapped it because it was too ambitious, Payne.
You know what? And here's the thing that makes it infuriating. Fans already built it.
Well, there's a fully fledged PvP system with ranks and everything you could ask for, as well as an auction house to trade with other players.
There were people that made a working Pokemon MMO for free in their spare time. And it's not a fluke.
Are all packed so full of content and so polished and so fun. It's crazy when you consider that they're all free and that these people are just doing it for the love of the game and the community. People that otherwise might not be able to get official Pokemon games for any number of reasons have access to these games that are in some cases so much bigger and better than the official ones. I think that's a really beautiful thing, so even if I'm a little cheeky about not liking a game, just know that I appreciate the effort the creators of these games put in.
Read that again. So much bigger and better than the official ones? That's not fans being generous. Some of these are just better games. So when Palworld showed up doing its own version of that, an actual open world, actual multiplayer, actual ambition, the reaction wasn't really about Palworld at all.
The joke for this game was always Pokemon with guns, but there is no Pokemon game like this. This is not Pokemon with guns. This is a really good survival sandbox game that, just like every game in existence, has borrowed mechanics from other games. There is no good Pokemon survival game. To put it bluntly, that doesn't deserve to be said because of Pokemon. Like, they've never made a game this good, in my opinion. It's not Pokemon with guns, I'll tell you that much.
It's easy to wave that off as hype for a new thing, but listen to what people are actually saying.
Was by someone called Hello, I'm Callie. My honest review on Palworld is that it is everything I asked for from a Pokemon game for years and never got. By the way, that's a running theme with a lot of these reviews. Endless content I can play side by side with my friends without the hassle of lag through the Nintendo network. 10 out of 10, can't stop playing.
That's not a review. That's relief.
Nintendo, Game Freak, and the Pokémon Company are getting what they deserve. I'm glad Palworld is succeeding where they failed or didn't want to try. And this is coming from a former die-hard Pokémon fanatic who only recently broke the constant pay cycle habit.
And that's not some hype channel either.
Game ranks. We all thought there's kind of something missing from this game. It wasn't quite living up to its potential, and I think this 1.0 update actually brings that missing part to the equation. This is the definitive version of Palworld, and the many updates they've brought into the game make it a much more complete, enjoyable, and generally just plain more fun experience.
A mainstream review outlet saying the quiet part out loud. Something was missing, and it wasn't Palworld that was missing it.
Thanks for inviting me over for dinner, Ash, but this is kind of awkward.
Huh? Why is that, Brock? I thought we were cool?
Don't you feel that, you know, this is a little much?
What do you mean?
So here's the actual question this video is about. Nintendo watched all of that happen, and what did they do about it?
Nintendo and lawsuits go together like cereal and milk. They are no stranger to dishing out lawsuits. They would sue an 8-year-old if they found out that their grandmother made them a Mario nightlight. They've been this way for years, so it's no surprise that they're suing Palworld. I'm actually surprised it took them this long.
Because that's not a new joke about them. That's a pattern.
Decade, it felt fresh. Nintendo's just let Pokemon get super stale and recycled. And somehow they can't even just hit copy and paste correctly half the time. Like the newest one, Scarlet and Violet, was a fucking mess. That game looks worse than some of the Pokemon games that came before it.
That's the actual contrast. They didn't lose the Palworld by getting outbuilt. They just let the thing rot, and then they got mad someone else picked it up.
game that made me learn to hate Nintendo. Nintendo refused to make a good Pokemon game and then tried to destroy a competitor through stupid, bogus lawsuits instead of just creating a good Pokemon game. Now, not only did Nintendo's lawsuits fail to stop people supporting the game or supporting Palworld, it had a complete opposite effect. The players actually increased their support as a rebellion against Nintendo's disgusting, unethical behavior. And the irony is that you have people say, oh my god, Palworld is copying Pokemon! The irony of that is not lost on me, because when Pokemon ripped off designs from, I don't know, Dragon Quest, most of which were designed by Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball. So yeah, you should probably shut the f up on—
Here, look at this. This sums it up in one sentence, and it's not from me. It's from the comment section.
Nintendo, for some F***-seeking reason, we would rather spend millions on legal fees against our competitors than make a better game.
Exactly. That's the whole video. And someone else wrote it better than I did. And if you think it's just about one lawsuit, it isn't. This isn't the only time. Actually, far from it.
They are so paranoid with their IPs that they shut down a group of people that were using Nintendo games to help raise money for charity.
They didn't make a dime off of that charity, and Nintendo still made them pull the plug. Pathetic.
You could have just kept this dude on the fucking payroll. The fact that these guys want to like shut down creative works and interesting things that people do, it just sucks, dude. It's free advertising, but nah, Nintendo ain't about that. Exactly. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
You know what the best thing is? A while afterwards, Pocket Pair came by and said, "We've got a job for you."
Nintendo let him go. Palworld Studio hired him. That's not a coincidence. That's basically the entire video happening to one guy.
But my mom said inferior creatures like to work hard, and we are nice to them. My mom is really nice to her Pokémon. Look!
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Mime! Aren't you a good, strong boy? Oh my, it's hot out here, isn't it, Mr. Mime? I'm so hot, Mr. Mime. Do you think you can cool me down with those magic fingers of yours? Come with me, boy.
So this was never really about Palworld. Palworld was just a thing that in 15 years has made the gap visible. The actual story is a company that stopped earning the loyalty it's been cashing in on. And when someone else finally built the thing that fans kept asking for, the response wasn't, let's do better. It was, let's get the legal paperwork. And look, I'm not saying to walk away from a franchise that a lot of us grew up on. There's still ambition in that building somewhere, or there wouldn't be a lot of it showing up in leaked and cut content. It's the decisions above the people actually making the games that need to change. The fans didn't leave. Nintendo just stopped meeting us halfway. Now let me ask you a question. Seriously, if Nintendo announced a real Pokemon MMO tomorrow, would you actually play it? Or has the trust already gone too far? Let me know down in the comments, because I think the answer says way more about this franchise and where it stands than anything this video did. I'm your boy Twiz. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, and subscribe. Laters, y'all.